G'day guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're talking about 12 gauge slugs versus a Sambar shoulder. Now, there's not many people out there who hunt Sambar deer with a shotgun. I'm one of them, and that was the whole reason I built a double barrel slug gun, was to go and hunt things with it because it's good at very close range. So for this test, unlike the other tests in this series, we're not shooting at 100 meters. One, because I doubt that my shotgun is accurate enough at 100 meters. And two, that's unrealistic because I personally wouldn't take a 100-meter shot with a slug gun unless it was rifled and I had a scope on it. So yeah, I feel like this is more real world. We shot this at 50 meters. By we, that's the royal we, that's me. And these are the results. So we're gonna flick out to the range and we're gonna jump straight into it. Now what I'm shooting is these, which is a hand load. So that's a Lee 7/8 key slug. It looks a bit retarded because that's obviously a reload from a star crimp to a roll crimp, so you end up with that weird look, but it still functions very, very well. So we're gonna throw this into the double barrel and give it a go. So hopefully I can hit it on the first round. I've got 4 shells just in case, but being what it is with the water, if I clip it, I've kind of fucked it. So I really only have one chance to get it correct. So let's have a go. I dare say we've hit this. That's a big old bloody fucking hole, isn't it? Right through the shoulder blade. We've gone into our bucket right there. Ripped straight out the back of it. Now I don't believe there's any lead in there, so there is not. So that thing is solid and whole. Alright, I'm gonna get digging around. Once I find it, I'll bring you back. Well, I have absolutely no fucking idea where that lead's gone because so it's hit this orientation, right? You can actually see that's the hole. Come in this way, and there was a couple of blown water bottles at the front here, but nothing further back. I have no fucking idea. It didn't go all the way through the water, so my only assumption is that it's either gone into the ground somewhere, or it's ricocheted off the ground and bounced fuck knows where, because lead tends to do that, especially with slow moving slugs. Alright, I've got absolutely no fucking idea where that slug ended up, so what I've done is I've stacked up that last of the water, which is, there's only 4 bottles gone out of that cut, so I think there's 20 bottles there, and there's 2 shoulders stacked on top of each other. So hopefully, one more time, let's see what happens. I definitely think it's going to go through both shoulders, it just is what it is. But whether we can catch that slug or not is another thing. So let's have another go at it. Well, I definitely hit those fucking shoulders. What a fucking good bit of kit. Right, so there's one shoulder all the way back here. It's probably 1.5 meters. Right, let's push this one back inside there. And, oh, yep. This one was the one that had a fairly small hole in it, so that's new. Where's the fucking... Oh, there's a dirt mark back there. Yep. That's new, and a slug at the bottom of that, so that slug has gone all the way through and continued to bounce fucking yonder. Catch a cunt out of the fucking stratosphere. Well, there you go. That proves my point. Big, slow-moving projectiles penetrate a fucking long way, even when they're made of only lead. Alright, so this was, as you can see, a Lee 7/8 slug in grain weight that is 382 grains. So it's actually fairly heavy. You're getting up there to the weight of a lot of your dangerous game cartridges. The benefit of this is it doesn't actually recoil that much. So to put in perspective, I shoot 300 grain projectiles out of my 458 Winchester Magnum, and that has a hell of a lot more recoil than this. Albeit it's going 600 feet per second faster, shooting a hell of a lot flatter and a hell of a lot further. So that is the difference there. Now, the benefit you have with 12 gauge slugs is the fact that you have a big slug putting big bloody holes in things, particularly if it's soft game, because it is lead, obviously. If it is a soft skinned game, you're going to be well and truly good to go. As I said, pigs, absolutely love them. Well, I don't like them, they scream a lot, but I like it. So the velocity we have on this is 15-20 feet per second. The energy downrange at 50 meters where we struck the target is 1,360 foot-pounds. So that's actually not too bad. That's actually very, very similar to one of the other cartridges we shot. Now, as you may or may not be aware, this is a series of videos comparing different cartridges versus Sambar shoulders to give a real-world expectation of what your bullets are going to do. I'm looking at the data right now, which you're not going to be able to see until the final episode where I actually compare them all together. But this, at target end, is actually very, very much the same as one of the other cartridges we've shot, with two very, very different results. So that'll be interesting to compare in the final episode. As you can see with these videos, and I can see this because I can slow this down on the computer, and it's going to be hard for me to edit it all together to make sure that you guys can see this. In the videos, if you slow them down enough, you can actually see the projectile strike the ground and bounce. So it's gone through the target, striking the ground, and it's bouncing up in the air. So if you think of entry angle onto the horizontal plane, bang, it's going to skip and go almost the same angle back out again. The benefit of this is because it's so heavy, it's actually going to carry its energy through the target quite well. So don't be surprised if you get full pass-throughs on a deer. I've had full pass-throughs on pigs before with them, particularly these slugs being in their key drive. They have a little spine in the back of them which helps them hold together. I've shot these directly into the ground and they've still held together and not flattened out like some other slugs that I've used, like Foster slugs that have a bit of a bell in the front or a bit of an opening. These do seem to fare a little bit better. As I was saying, so you can see the rounds, they're coming straight out the other side and continuing on down the bush. Now I'm going to play this clip really carefully. Listen. After the round, about a second after the bang, listen, you're going to hear that slug slam into a tree downrange. So, 12 gauge slugs, are they good for Sambar? Well, obviously, yes, we're going through the Sambar, so that would 100% be a dead deer. Should you use it? If you're using the correct application, 100%. If you're stalking up nice and close, you're using dogs, 12 gauge slugs can be quite awesome. So I hope you got something out of that. I will see you next video, and hooroo.